When you're trying to get out of a situation that involves domestic violence, your child's safety is, well, it's everything, isn't it? So, in this explainer, we're going to build a really clear, actionable plan to protect your child during custody proceedings right here in Ontario. Let's get right into it. This is the fundamental question. And honestly, just thinking about it can feel completely overwhelming. Our goal here is to give you a structured path forward, a way to organize all your thoughts and actions into a really powerful strategy that puts your child's safety first. So, we're going to walk through 5 key areas. We'll start with the court's main guiding principle. Then we'll get into understanding the legal tools you have, building a safety plan, creating a legal action plan, and finally, pulling together your support team. Think of these 5 steps as building a fortress of protection around your child. Let's start with the foundation. Okay, before you do anything else, before you file a single piece of paper, you have to understand the one single principle that guides every single decision a family court is going to make about your child. This right here, this is your North Star. It's not about what's fair to the parents. It's about what is safest and what is best for the child. And when domestic violence is a factor, the court has to consider its impact. Every single piece of your strategy needs to connect right back to this fundamental idea. All right, now for the blueprint. A strong legal fortress is built with the right tools. So you really need to understand the language the court uses. And the 2 most important terms are custody and access. And trust me, they are not the same thing. Let's break this down, because it's super important. Custody is all about who makes the big decisions for your child. Health, school, religion. Access, on the other hand, that's about parenting time, how much time the child actually spends with each parent. Getting this difference is crucial. For example, in situations with abuse, joint custody could actually force you into constant conflict with an abuser, which is absolutely not in the child's best interest. Your legal strategy has to reflect that reality. Okay, so we've got our foundation and our blueprint. Now it's time to build the walls. This is your practical, hands-on safety plan to protect your child from both physical and emotional harm. These 3 steps are, they're non-negotiable for physical safety. Child exchanges can be really high conflict moments. By using a public, neutral spot, having a third person do the actual handoff, and getting clear no contact orders in place, you basically remove the opportunities for conflict and intimidation. So what happens if any unsupervised time with the other parent just feels like too much of a risk? Well, that's where you can ask for supervised access. This is a court order that says all visits have to happen with a neutral third party right there or at a special designated center. It's a really powerful tool to make sure a child is verifiably safe. The walls of your fortress need a lot of layers. So beyond just the physical exchanges, you have to think about legal and emotional protection. This means getting restraining orders. It means forcing all communication into writing through a parenting app so you have a clear record. And so critically, it's about getting your child into trauma-informed counseling, telling them over and over that none of this is their fault, and protecting their digital life from any kind of monitoring or control. All right, with that safety plan in mind, we can move to the next step. Actually executing your legal strategy in court. This is how you get your safety plan legally recognized and, more importantly, enforced. I can't stress this enough. Your most powerful tool in court is your affidavit. That's your sworn, written statement. It is the foundation of your entire case, and it absolutely cannot be vague. You have to meticulously document every incident of abuse, and always focus on how each one impacted your child's well-being. This is your evidence. So, in court, your lawyer will use that powerful affidavit to argue for specific things like supervised access. It's also really good to know that the court might want to hear the child's voice, either through their own lawyer or by considering what they want. And if the Children's Aid Society is involved, you can be sure their recommendations are going to carry a lot of weight. Finally, and this might be the most important part of all, please remember that you are not building this fortress all by yourself. You need a team of skilled allies in your corner. Let's talk about who those people are. First and foremost, of course, is your lawyer. Finding someone who is experienced in domestic violence cases is absolutely key. They're your strategist, they're your voice in court, and they know how to translate your story and safety concerns into a compelling legal argument. Okay, this is a resource that's unique to Ontario courts that you really need to know about. A family court support worker, or FCSW, is there to help you with safety planning, just figuring out how to navigate the courthouse and connecting you with other services. They are an incredibly valuable guide to have on the ground. The Children's Aid Society has a legal mandate to protect children. Simple as that. If they're involved in your case, it's because there are serious concerns about safety, and they'll conduct their own investigation to provide their own recommendations to the court. And finally, you need allies for your family's emotional well-being. Therapists and counselors are absolutely vital. They create a safe space for both you and your child to process trauma and develop the skills you're going to need to build a healthy, resilient future. Just remember, navigating this whole system takes immense courage. By building your fortress with a solid plan and a strong team, you are doing so much more than just getting through a legal case. You are actively building a safe, stable, and hopeful future for your child. The question isn't just how to win in court, it's how to build a life where your child can truly, truly thrive. And that incredible work, it starts today. This explainer was sponsored by dvlawyers.com, a survivor-first marketplace for trusted legal and support services.